So I had an interview yesterday, and I want to let you know that interviews are very scary. Not necessarily scary, but definitely, I don't know, I'll just stick with scary. I had a total of an hour and a half to prepare for that interview, and it pretty much went like this. So I walked into work like normal, like any other day, and when they were going in, there was new positions available, and I knew about them, but I haven't been able to find the application for the position. So I went in, I started doing my normal work, and somebody came up to my supervisor, Julie, and was just talking to her about it. And the whole time I was just wondering where he found the application in the first place, because he said he had an interview. I proceeded to then ask Julie about where the application was, because honestly, I wanted to know. I wanted that position. I just had no idea where it would be. Then later, Julie simply just said, okay, I'll try to find it, and you go on your break and we'll see what happens. I went, took my break, came back 15 minutes later, and she looks at me and she goes, you have an interview today. Today? Mind you, I kind of looked like this, unshaven, my hair was a mess, I kind of just came to work face, you know, one of those. My mind went on fire. At that point, I proceeded to run around the building like a crazy maniac. I ran to a supervisor and was like, I look like this, do you have a comb or anything like this? And so one of my former supervisors grabbed one of the other agents and was like, hey, can you take off that coat, give it to him. The man proceeded to look at me like I was a freak, and I looked at him and I said, I have an interview today and I look like this. He then went, okay, this is the first time I've ever So then I proceeded to run to the bathroom, run water in my hair, run my fingers through it like this. Puff levels were really high. I was stressed out. This is only my third interview I've ever taken in my entire life. I was freaking out. I didn't know how to answer the questions. I didn't know what questions were going to be asked. So what did I do? I asked other people. I then went on a random search to try to find somebody that has taken a lot of interviews. I went and talked to one of my former supervisors, and he explained something called STAR. STAR, if you look it up, means situation, task, actions, and results. It's actually really, really useful for an interview, and if you actually take an interview, I highly recommend STAR. S-T-A-R. I wrote it down on a piece of paper so I wouldn't forget it. Now, honestly, I don't think I can say I'm the expert in taking interviews. As I said, it was my third interview. So, I went into the interview at 3:30 as scheduled in somebody else's coat and my hair wet down and not shaven, and I was freaking out. I had a couple things written down on a piece of paper so I wouldn't forget them, and I went in there blind. Anyway, I'll spare you the details and the questions because I'm not sure if I can really even say that on the vlog. But I got a phone call this morning about how I did. And the lady started to talk about how she had reviewed all the other applicants and how, you know, they had gotten time to talk to supervisors. And at this point, my hair's like this. My puff levels are really high. The way she's talking totally makes me think, hey, you know, you didn't do so hot, you didn't get the position, but they'll tell you what you did wrong. That's usually how it goes. Now we get to the good part. Would you like to take a position? We're offering you the position. And in my head, it went something like this. Yeah! I got the job. I got the fucking job. My third interview, my third successful interview, and I skipped a level of management. It normally goes agent, insert management here, then supervisor. Fuck that, I skipped assistant supervisor. I went straight to the top. Well, not completely to the top, but hey, I'm not complaining. As a side note, apparently using your camera a lot fills up your memory card pretty fast. But mainly, I'm a supervisor. I'm going to enjoy my job 100 times more. I'm freaking out right now. Anyway, I gotta finish cleaning up for the Halloween party. As you can hopefully see, it's kind of a mess. Anyway, I will see you guys later. I gotta edit this video and post it really fast, that way I'm not late today. But fuck yes, guys. I am a supervisor. I'll see you guys later. By the way, Adam, Tab, and I are now all punishable. Which means maybe the Adam and I belly dancing video is still a go, or maybe not. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys, because we can't really decide punishments for each other anymore. Either we do 3 individual punishments that you guys can give us, Adam and I could still do our belly dancing thing, and we can come up with something for Tab. Or I could read War and Peace, or, you know, I'm just going to leave it up to you guys. You guys decide our fate.